Hey, blissful rise. What's going on? How are you today? What has been a highlight of your day so far? I mean, the absolute best thing that's happened to you. Sometimes it's just simply, I woke up today, the sun is shining on my face, or it's raining outside and it's reminding me to take it easy, and I like that. Or you could have accomplished a major goal, could have come out of a crazy life lesson, experience, wiser and more capable of being your authentic self, applying that wisdom so that you are better in this moment than you were 5 minutes ago. Who knows? Whatever it is, I'm proud of you. Congratulations for acknowledging and being a better you today than you were yesterday and the day before. None of this work is easy. If it was easy, as we know, everyone would do it. But that's not the reality of this life. Everyone isn't meant to do it now, but you are. So please, a round of applause, a clap, a snap, a dance, a head nod, whatever it is you need to acknowledge that you're pretty fucking dope. Not pretty fucking dope. You're just dope. That's it. Today, while I was journaling, I remembered me saying, I want to celebrate my effort more than the goal. This week, I have a lot of goals, a lot of marks, benchmarks I want to hit, a lot of things I want to see come to pass. And sometimes I fall just a bit short of that. And the reason why I feel that's happening is God is encouraging me to really talk to myself nice, like really be mindful of how I'm saying these words to myself, because I'm the one that spends the most time with me. So what is that conversation really looking like? What are those words outside of my IG and Twitter posts where I'm talking about this? Is my life an example of it? That's what God has put on my mind today. And that line about celebrating my efforts more than my goals really reflects that, because to me, a goal is reaching the end of a desire, right? It's something I can put on a list and I can check off, which is true. I write a to-do list, not every day. It's something, I'm working on, helping me anchor in to do the things, because for me, words are so important. Conversations I have with myself, notes, letters, texts, all of those things where I can see words, I feel rooted and I feel grounded in actually seeing and reading them over. So knowing that about myself, to-do lists are becoming very helpful for me. And even if it's like, journal today, reflect, sit down in silence for 5 minutes, even if it's something like that, and I reach 3 minutes. The fact that I was able to sit, create the space, and do it encourages me to do it more. I may not have hit the 5-minute mark, and I'm okay with that. Because sometimes what I feel is I aim for perfection. I aim for my unrealistic goal the first time around. And I used to get discouraged when I didn't have the energy to do anything but just dream and hope for it. Now that I'm in a space where I have the ability to take action, I want to make sure that I'm applying the wisdom I've learned over the last 6 months into these steps. Yeah, girl, celebrate the win, of course, but celebrate the journey to the win too, because what's the point of the win if that's the only time it's worth celebrating? You've got plenty of life in between the days of your now and you reaching that goal. And I don't want to be on some kind of merit system like I was back in school. Oh, you do good, you get this reward. No, my life is beautiful and I want to experience the beauty as much as I can. And granted, some days aren't great, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the effort that you make and the importance of encouraging yourself through so that the end result is not the only time you see what you're capable of. You see how in tune and aligned you are. It really is about the journey. The goal is just, I feel, what are the words? The goal is just all that energy and effort smushed together to this big aha moment, right? Like, I did it. Oh my gosh. But the truth is, you've been taking steps every single day to get there. So why not celebrate them steps? Today, I woke up at 5. My alarm goes off at 5:02 actually. And I was happy with that. My body said, you need more rest. So I honored that. I got up at 6:47 on my own. And I attempted to meditate and I fell back asleep. I attempted to meditate without a timer. I just wanted to try, do my best with my own internal clock and see where that would lead me. And then I had a dream that I woke up and I remembered, which was kind of cool because I haven't remembered a dream all week. And then I meditated again with my alarm. I did a guided visualization meditation. And the image I was able to see then was quite beautiful. I'm again flexing some muscle in these skills I'm developing, right? Being able to visualize, setting a goal of waking up at 5 a.m. and giving myself the space and grace to do it at a pace that is realistic for me. I used to want to wake up at 6 a.m. after going to sleep at 2, knowing damn well I needed more sleep than that, but getting upset when I wasn't able to do it. And now that I'm in a space of noticing when I'm yawning, when I'm tired, when my body wants to transition from being active to a state of rest and then ease into sleep, like I'm becoming more aware. That's the journey to reaching this 5 a.m. wake up goal. And my biggest goal, if I haven't said it already, is in terms or in relation to this, is getting up without my clock, without my alarm going off, with me just waking up on my own, right? Without reliance on my phone. I feel like that, whoo, by the end of August, that's really my goal. And I'm getting closer and closer every day. Because my intention is to honor the journey there to the goal, not make a big fuss over the fact that I didn't achieve it and knock myself down because I spent enough days doing that shit and it never worked. And I realized today, like every day before that I've had that intention, I've loved getting up. I quickly transitioned from, oh man, I'm not a morning person, to, oh wow, I'm up before the sun. The birds aren't even chirping right now, to, I love the sound of the birds and the way that the leaves blow in the wind and how quiet my neighborhood is before a certain time. It feels good to meet life at this time of the day right now in the span of not even a week. And it's because of my decision to honor the journey. And then honestly also be real with myself. I'm not finna say there's no accountability. I recognize that I need to give my body time to digest my dinner. So I want to finish eating before a certain time. Like, there's step 1 and then there's step 1A, 1B, 1C to ensure that you get to the goal. And I'm taking my time because I want this foundation that I'm setting to be sustained for the rest of my life. And it's not like I want to wake up at 5 a.m. for the rest of my life. I just want August to be a month where I show myself that when I say I'm going to do something, it's done. And I want to nurture myself all the way through, because that, to me, is incorporating my desire for a soft life. You see, everything goes hand in hand, and everything supports my plan, supports my foundation. Everything really honors me because I'm soft and I'm gentle and I'm tender and I'm those things. So I want my life to reflect what I actually am on the inside, not who I've had to be to survive, right? Like that hard shell that I needed because of other things. And that's not my life now. My life is not full of those trauma-inducing moments and memories and experiences. My life is much different now, and I want to actively do things that reflect that. I don't want to stay in a loop. I don't want to force my past onto me right now or into my future. I'm sure you can hear how things are overlapping from day to day because each day I'm realizing something different. So, in celebrating my efforts, which is really honoring the journey and being realistic with myself and holding myself accountable and making the change when it needs to be made, or making note of what change needs to be made so that tomorrow I can do better. Because sometimes it is what it is. Like, I had a work meeting and we ate dinner and it was great. But that dinner required hours of digestion. So instead of being in bed around 10, I was in bed after midnight. And the next day, I was up a little before 8:30, and that was still a victory to me because just a few weeks ago, as I've said before, it was noon, it was 1, it was 2, it was 3. And to even be recording this at the time that I'm recording this now is a victory, because I know all the things I used to do that kept me from this place right here where I am. And even in this moment, I realized I couldn't keep myself from showing up and being great. At some point, I realized that I was going to be my own ally, and I am. And I'm going to celebrate myself. And though it may be a slow climb, every step is done with intention and with a desire to love me truly, unconditionally, and set up my life so that life feels like that every day. Now, it doesn't have to be every single moment of the day, because I'm human. Yes, I'm spiritual. And yes, I'm a child of God, but I'm human. So I have my ups and my downs, and I'm riding the waves and all of the things. So I need grace. I require grace. And still, this week is reminding me that I'm capable of achieving it all, and I just wanted to remind you that you're capable of it too. So, what are you finna do to celebrate your journey and acknowledge that you're worthy and that you deserve to achieve those goals of yours? Honestly, what are you doing? What does it sound like when you big up yourself and compliment yourself? Have you even done that? Do you do it? I don't really, you don't got to tell me why you don't. You could just start. Sometimes a compliment to yourself is simply smiling for no reason. There's something about smiling that shifts the mood and uplifts the energy around you, because the energy around you just stems from inside of you. So today I challenge you, and I say that with air quotes around challenge, to celebrate any accomplishment you've made this week. It doesn't matter how small, doesn't matter how big. A victory is a victory, and recognizing where you've been victorious actually paves your road in gold. Okay, it wasn't yellow bricks. It was tons of gold, okay? And that's what it means when you say you deserve to live a life of abundance, of luxury, a rich life, a life of love. Being able to recognize where it is in your world already, and reminding those things that they are attracted to you. It's not just you attracted to it. Abundance wants to be in your life. Love wants to be in your life and nurture you and hold you. Divine alignment is just acknowledgement of the fact that you are where you're supposed to be, and God is doing the work, and you are too. Now, what does that work look like? I don't know. I really don't know your life. I don't know what goals and plans you have for you, or where you see yourself in 3 to 5 years, but where do you see yourself today? That's what I want to know. Where do you see your life flowing today as you hear these words? What's one thing you want to walk away with knowing, yeah, I gave my all to that? And for some, again, that might just be smiling. Not smiling through the pain and numbing what you need to say. I mean, smiling and just being happy for a moment or 2 or 3 or 24 whole hours. I mean, going outside and creating memories, doing something from your childhood that you love to do now in your big old age. Going out and hanging out with friends that support you and uplift you. And if you don't got any of those, then become that for you. Being surrounded by family. And this is a PSA that family is exclusively meaning the people you choose to uplift, honor you, hold you accountable, and grow with you. That is family. So what are you doing today? That's something I want to know. Please leave it in the comments. Get to me on IG. DM me. Heck, don't bring it to me if you don't want to. Bring it to God or the universe or your higher self, whoever it is you turn to in these times, to make sure you're in your right state of mind and your right state of heart-led, heart-centered, moving from your compass. Anyway, it's time to have tea with my ancestors, so I'll leave you be. Have a fantastic day, and remember to celebrate the journey. That is exactly what I mean when I say effort. I want to celebrate the efforts, not just my goals. Actually, I want to celebrate the efforts more so than my goals, because all of that effort, that's what led to me accomplishing that goal, that journey, that path, that road paved in gold. Have a delicious day, and make sure you take more than one bite out of it. Peace.